Hi,
Hello.
everyone. It looks like we can. Hey, Kate. Thanks for dialing
You
in.
can, sure.
It looks like we can get started because we'll be able to elevate Diane. So I will call this meeting to order at 5:31 p.m. And I would like to make a motion to elevate Diane as an alternate.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? No. Okay, great. Thank you, guys.
you.
And then I would like to make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Oh, Diane, that was in favor, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. Any opposed? Okay. Do we have any public comment? No? Okay, great. And then actually, it looks like Blythe has joined us now as well. Okay. Jared, did you want to kick off the after school discussion?
Sure. Just so you know, I spoke to Darlene about this. So once we get a quorum,
Yeah.
if someone is an alternate, who was elevated, they're de-elevated, whatever the word you
De-elevated.
wanna use.
Okay.
So, Diane's back to the reserves, I guess.
Back to the reserves. Okay.
Yeah. So I just wanted to
Fine.
confirm that with her one day because we had like someone was elevated and then like two people joined after. So she did say that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Diane, we appreciate you
Sorry,
being here
Diane.
at the ready.
It's fine. You know what? You guys let me talk and be part of the discussion. And if somebody has an emergency and has to leave, I'm here. So it's fine.
Awesome. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Okay, Jared, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, sure. So basically, really the purpose of this meeting is just to rehire everyone for ASP. But it was basically just to go over it. It was budgeted that we would charge $12 a day as opposed to 11. So the registration fee was set at $12.50. The 50 cents is to cover credit card processing fee for the online registration. So it's $12.50 a day. The same thing where they'll get invoiced this time using the system as opposed to pen and paper. They will get invoiced for all the days they attend. I did set, though, we basically had to do it using the online registration system. There had to be some kind of a fee, down payment, whatever you want to call it. So basically I set that at $12.50. So when you sign up, you pay a one-time $12.50 fee, and then you're invoiced for all the sessions that you attend thereafter. And Tom, who I presume we will reappoint as the director, he'll be able to go into the online session. He'll be able to go into the online program and take attendance through that. And that way, when he's doing invoices, it's all in this one unit. There's one contained unit of 12 of registration, attendance, and then invoicing. Does anybody have any questions about that or how the system works?
No, I'm good.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, it's people have been registering already, and obviously it's going to take some time as we work out the kinks and everything else. Like I accidentally had ASP set as a mail only program. So someone emailed me and was like, hey, just so you know, I don't know how I even did that, but I must have hit some kind of a button. And then some people had issues getting registered, so I walked them through that. But I think people are really pleased with their ability to do that, to be able to sign up online whenever they need to. And no more pen and paper and no more having to get here during office hours or drive and drop it off or put it in the mail. So I think it's a win for everybody.
That's fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah. As for the program itself, it's going to run largely like it did previously. You know, Tom has some new ideas and whatnot that he wants to start rolling out with respect to activities, et cetera. But for the most part, it will still be the same, you know, same times, same location, same idea with snacks and homework time and free play. And yeah, that kind of basically covers the content. I know Abigail had emailed and said that the program is open to children from other school districts. I contacted the school and they said that was never arranged with them, and not that it would be impossible, but they would want to really have a good plan program in place with respect to drop off times, et cetera. So I know Abigail said, I don't know if it had been in place or it had been voted to put it in place, but we really can't move forward with that without a discussion with the school, which will be a conversation I'll have with them in due time. But right now, it's just, we can't accommodate that. Because I know Abigail had emailed about that, although she's unable to make the meeting.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No, we can look more into that. I think that might be something that predated. It definitely predated me, but we can look
Yeah.
more into it.
Yeah. One other thing, Julia, the other thing Abigail said is she wanted to maintain the flexibility where people can sign up for a day if needed, like if there is a emergency, the parent has to go to a doctor's appointment or stay after at work or whatever, and can't get their child from school, can they sign up that day? And with the online registration system, you can do that. I know none of you have gone in and checked it out, but basically you could pick any day, and that day is open
Okay.
for registration until 12 p.m. that day itself. So let's say you wanted to on 9/18 have your kid go to ASP. You have until 12 p.m. on 9/18 to register, because between 12 and 1, the school by then wants to have a list of who's doing what. So basically, once 12 p.m. comes, the program will no longer take registrations, and yeah, that's that. But they still have the option to do a single
That's
day.
huge. That's so cool.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
so great for parents. That's awesome.
Mhm.
yeah.
And Jared, I took a quick look at the registration and it looks very easy to use and user friendly and looks great.
Thanks. Yeah, I think, I I checked references and everything else when we got this going, but I have created a dummy account, and basically every single registration that I've been working on, I would pretend to register for. And I found it to be pretty straightforward. Basically, once you have your account, you're just clicking on register and then following a bunch of cues. And there's a lot of, so ASP, there's a lot of questions. So you go on and it'll say, all your info when you created your registration form, that all auto fills. So you don't have to write phone number, email, none of that. But then they'll ask program specific questions. For sports, it might be, do you need, what is your t-shirt size, et cetera. But for ASP, we have other questions like, who's your preferred physician? Who's your preferred dentist? Do you understand an emergency that staff may have to, that an ambulance may need to go, whatever. And you can just click agree, and you can, it's super easy. You just follow the cues, and in 5 minutes you're checked out.
Awesome. So if nobody has any other questions, let's move on to the staff for this year.
Yep. So I would like to rehire Tom Ford as the ASP director. He came on, if you guys recall, with like a month and a half left last year, if that. And he did a really good job, developed a good rapport with the kids. He had some kinks to work through. It was a lot for him to come into, as most of you guys know. But he did a really good job. He started to build a good rapport. He then worked for us for camp all summer, and he was, I got to observe him a number of times at camp, and I was very pleased with how he interacted with the kids, how he composed himself, how he was able to have fun but also take control of situations. And so I think it's a no-brainer to bring him back, and I would like to hire him at $19 an hour, which is what he made for the last month of last year. And you know, it does work into the budget just fine. And then I would like to rehire Skylar Fitch and Lizzie Besmer, both of whom have expressed interest in coming back. Also were camp counselors as well as ASP assistants last year. So I'd like to bring the two of them back as assistants. And I would like them, they made 13 last year, so I'd like to give them a 50-cent raise, so $13.50. Once again, it also does fit into the budget. And that's it for now.
I'm psyched to have continuity in the program. I think that that's awesome. And I'd also say that the people who worked with Tom this summer from Club Getaway highlighted him as being someone that was really wonderful to work with, and also mentioned all of our staff, which included Skylar and Lizzie. So I feel good about it. I think it's great.
Lynn just posted that minimum wage is 14. I apologize. I didn't realize that it was already up to that. So 14 would also fit into the budget because I had crunched the numbers with 13.50 and 14. So if 14 is minimum wage, I know in some places municipalities are exempt, but it's not a good way to get employees if we're going to underpay them what they can
Yeah.
get in other places. So I'd just like to amend that to say $14 an hour.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions or comments about it? Nope. Okay. Then I would go ahead and make a motion to hire Tom Ford as the director of ASP for the 22-23 school year at $19 an hour. And Skylar Fitch as a counselor at $14 an hour, and Lizzie Besmer as well as a counselor at $14 an hour.
Second
I'm
that.
just typing this up, so you guys keep going.
So Blythe seconded that. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, great. Thank you guys so much.
I just say
Is
one
that-
thing before you dismiss.
Yeah.
It's unrelated, but whatever. I just wanted to say the
Remember, it's
senior
a special
luncheon.
meeting, so we can't talk about it.
I was just
unrelated.
gonna say the senior luncheon, the senior ice cream social went really, really well. And I just wanted you guys to know it. It was hugely successful. So,
Awesome. Thank you so much.
yeah.
So thank you to everybody, especially those of you that dialed in from your vacation to get this done. Meeting is adjourning at 5:44 p.m.
Nice. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Good night,
you.
everybody.
Thank you.
Mike,
Mike,
Good night,
give me a call
everybody.
sometime.
Pass to sever. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
We'll
Bye.
talk soon, Jared.
Yep.
Tonight or tomorrow is great.
Okay, sounds good. Bye, everybody.
Bye.